Hello, Rarely, welcome back to Max Plays Final Fantasy IX. On the previous recording session, we actually advanced really far into the plot, and we dealt with a bunch of really interesting turns of events, such as the realization that indeed Queen Brunn was entirely willing to sacrifice her daughter, and our escape or return and escape from Alexandria, along with the best turn heel, or rather turn face of Beatrix, our queen. And after our escape through the Fossil Rue, Gargon Rue, like the super tunnel deep between the earth, we arrived at this strange place, and we are, in front of this strange old man, and apparently, is he our enemy? Is he not our enemy? Let's find out right about now. It is a new recording session, if you can't tell by the change in appearance, and the fact that there's more light outside now. So let me just get back into the voiceover motif, or mode, I guess. Also, I apologize if the sound sounds a little bit different today. I got a new mic, which is a good thing. I got a new, far new, awesome, shiny, super shiny. It's actually not shiny. It's actually like pitch black mic.
Sidon, yeah. Yes, this is exactly what Sidon is supposed to sound like. Don't worry, princess. Don't worry, princess. Don't worry, princess.
Yeah. Sidon, you can't do that. Okay, that's better. And,
guys, stop fighting.
Oh, this is perfect. Alright, I'm back.
Are you our enemy?
Oh, this should be like my super old man Diablo voice.
Diablo, that is up to you. My name is Ramu.
I've heard your name somewhere. Exclamation marks! I've seen your name in a book I read about summoning magic. That thing that I didn't have an access to for the beginning of the game. You must be Ramu, the Thunder God. Man, this retelling of Thor is just not my style.
We've got to stop Diablo. Do you know that your summon magic destroyed Clara?
Are you directly blaming the princess? Wow, Ramu, a total team player.
An Eidolon follows its summoner's orders. It responded to the orders of a woman filled with greed this time, as opposed to the other times when it was filled with much more common things, such as anger or the desire for war, which is a different type of greed altogether.
No, Mother! I can't believe it. I was confined while Clara was destroyed. Oh yeah, she actually doesn't know about this. That is true, yeah! I like that the game went out of its way to actually, to remind us, hey, Dagger has no idea that this happened.
It wasn't your fault, Dagger. It was your mom. She's cray-cray. They knew. That's why they stayed behind.
Everyone. I think it's kind of funny how, it's been, Dagger's theme this entire game, that people keep protecting her, and she tried. She tried when she left for Treno to, break away from that, to stop having people sacrifice themselves for her. Though I get the feeling we're gonna get more of that before anything is resolved out of there.
True, you are not the one who caused the destruction. But I must ask you, what will you do now?
Well, we're thinking of starting a band. Do you play the drums? If I were more powerful, I could play the drums, but I can only do lead singing. She would really be the lead singer anyway. If I could use summoning magic. I beg of you, please help me.
And cause more destruction?
No, I was afraid of my summon magic, but not anymore. I will use it to destroy I will use it to destroy the bad people. Morality.
Ramo Digivolve to Ramomon. Many years have passed since I last served a master. I must test to see whether you are truly fit to be my master.
You must serve the 11 tasks of Ramu. Oh, that's way easier.
I will hide 5 manifestations of myself in this forest. Each one will carry a piece of the hero's story.
This is actually one of those problematic moments with apostrophes that it may be actually better to just have like the double quotation marks just because it kind of confuses you. But yeah, nitpicking.
Collect all 5 pieces and tell me the story. If you put together the story to my satisfaction, I shall become your Eidolon.
Oh my god. I thought of a joke, but I don't feel comfortable making it. I'm sorry. I know we must hurry.
It's okay, Dagger. This will totally make you an offensive player, and our team is supposed to just sitting in the back healing us all day. I'll help you too.
Thanks, you two.
Yeah.
Head nod. Yeah, the party head nod. That's where all teamwork power comes from. You know, the synchronized head nod. Alright, so welcome to Pinnacle Rock. The pinnacle of this plot now, actually. First off, let's actually save, which I didn't in the previous recording session. You may be asking yourselves, Max, if time has passed between your recording sessions, don't mind me spitting on myself, how did you actually get back here? Did you replay that last section? No! It was all thanks to the magic of safe states. I don't use save states. I try not to use them because they're kind of scummy. I use them only during recording, just to jump back between moments. Now, we have a letter for you, Monty.
Do we?
Wes, are you familiar? Do we know you, Monty? From Koopa to Monty. I think we... Yeah, okay, we read this one in the past. Weird, I thought... Did we miss a letter from Monty? I think we may have missed the letter. It's okay. That's life. That's life. I mean, you know, what are you to do? What is one to do? Okay, so I have, like, the guide on the side. This section is a little bit silly. Oh, there's monsters everywhere. Okay. The problem with text guides is that, and I've said this in the past, is like, if you don't, and it's kind of the same thing as with, like, plot twists and, like, spoilers. It's like, if you have no point of reference to what people are talking about, it's kind of hard for you to be like, oh, that's what this means. So, you know, if I read the guide, and I've played this section before, like, I said in the past that, okay, these are fly monsters, clearly they're weak to thunder, right? That's clearly what should happen. What was I saying? Yes, we're nowhere near the part of the game that I haven't played yet. There's still ways before we get there. We're gonna fly across the entire continent before we even get there. But there are things where, like, I'm reading the guide just to remind myself what the hell we're doing here. And if there are any, like, pitfalls, like, don't do this or you'll screw up the game forever, which there are not many of those things. Ironically, people think that those things are more associated with old school RPGs. They're more associated with more recent RPGs. An example of that would be, before anything, let's actually use the tent real quick, because we actually are low on MP. Final Fantasy 12. Oh, Final Fantasy 12. I like Final Fantasy 12. I want to play on the channel someday, so I can actually freaking finish the goddamn game. Oh, I saw you, Ramu. Let's go back and pick him up. Okay. So, yeah, by the way, the entire catch in this area here is that Ramu will appear at times. Excuse me.
Historian. In the beginning, there was only Diablo. Historian's explanation. The fact that they didn't report Joseph's death to his daughter was indicative of their guilt for failing to protect him. In the end, heroes are also human.
That's human. You have 4 to go. So there are 5 pieces to this story, and we have to piece it together from 4 pieces. That's kind of the catch.
With Joseph's help, the troop defeated the Adamantoids in the Snowfield Cavern and acquired the Goddess Bell they needed to enter the Empire's castle.
That is the most convoluted explanation, but when you think about it, that is literally like one entire fantasy novel. When you think about it, like, it feels like an entire fantasy novel. Get the Adamantoids, which is the giant turtle made of adamantite, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Giant turtle made of adamantite. Defeat it, get the bell, get over to the Empire's castle. That is at least half a fantasy novel right there.
That's cooperation. You have 3 to go.
So you may be asking yourselves, oh Max, so there's 5 pieces, and we got. Did we just get the ogre randomly? I mean, I know we just did, but so that's kind of the thing with this game. You get weapons and you get them later, but I mean the thing is like, it was good that we made it earlier. It's actually way better because otherwise we wouldn't actually have had it until now, which is kind of bad if you ask me. Wow, we have picked up all of the skills that we could. Is there anything else that we? I guess we're learning alert. Sorry if I just began checking, and I will finish my story about Final Fantasy 12, by the way, because I want to talk. I like Final Fantasy 12. I do. I legitimately like the game. The problem that I have with it, I will take the one that gives me the most magic. Actually, that seems like the best course of action. And one more. Insomniac is not that interesting. Oh, what were you learning before? No, yeah, pick up Auto Potion. Yeah, it's the best item you have anyway. Is there anything better? No. Mage's Hat, anything better? No. Okay, let me just make sure that her abilities are activated, and then I will explain Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 is it's kind of a really strange entry into the Final Fantasy series, because it was designed by the lady in charge. Well, did she do music or did she also do the game? Okay, the main person in charge of designing Final Fantasy 11 also did Final Fantasy 12. That's why Final Fantasy 12 kind of feels like it's a pseudo MMO. The same way that the Dog Hack sign or the Dog Hack games on PS2 feel the same way. Kind of like it feels like, oh yeah, by the way, in this area we fight the Shaggle just out randomly. So just blast it with thunder, please. Kill it with fire and other fiery related elements. 323. Is ice more effective on this guy? 630, not bad. And Dagger's gonna defend right now. That's 100 damage in one go. Are you gonna auto potion, buddy? Yeah, there you go. Good. I'm happy that we're all working together. And I'm just doing this just to find out, does Blizzard do more damage? I mean, because Sidon can kill him. He can. But also, you know, experimentation and science. Okay, that is way better. Okay, mental note, everybody remember, Blizzard is way more effective on the Shaggle than Lightning. So, 420 experience. So, stupid jokes aside, we're gonna have to jump down, aren't we? Ramu, you're killing me, Ramu. Oh, there you are. I will finish the Final Fantasy 12 talk in a moment.
Once upon a time, 33 small countries fought together against an empire. One day, a rebel troop visited a man named Joseph Joestar, who lived with his daughter.
That's not what I thought it would be. Actually, Joseph Joestar has a daughter, actually. Yeah, that's the mother of Jotaro.
Owning a debt to the troop, he gladly accepted their plea for help. They headed for a cavern in the snowfield. That's beginning. You have 2 to go, little...
my little adventurers. Is that the wrong... Did I go the wrong place? I do have to openly admit that there's gonna come a point in the game where my memory is gonna basically just flat out fail me. And we're gonna have to basically experiment, and that's just the nature of being. Now, Final Fantasy 12, what is the problem with it? It actually doesn't have a... I mean, there's one giant flaw with the game that I don't like, and... It's kind of, I mean, like, I don't even know how you could, like, I mean, I say flaw, it's something I don't like. Flaw is kind of like an objective thing, and that's, of course, it's like, excuse expression, bullshit. Because it's not objective, it's just something I don't like. And Final Fantasy 12 is a pretty good game, really good story, really good characters, really awesome battle system that kind of, it's like, it plays like an MMO where you're playing multiple characters at the same time. Really cool, really fun as well. I love the game, I played, like, a third of it, like, within a week, and then I had things in life and I never finished it. The problem with Final Fantasy 12 is that the most powerful weapon in the game can only be obtained if you do not open 3 particular chests to which there's no speciality to them. They look exactly the same as every other chest, but if you open them, you will not have access to this weapon at the end of the game. And that is the most obscure bullshit ever, because it's like, the game never tells you, there's never an indication of like, hey, you know this chest that looks like every other chest? Don't open it, because if you do open it, you will not have access to this awesome weapon, the most powerful weapon, later on. I don't like that. I don't like that. Some of you who know Final Fantasy may be saying, "Whoa, Max, but isn't that like the Excalibur from the Excalibur 2 from Final Fantasy 9? This game has a weapon called the Excalibur 2, which is the most powerful weapon in the entire game. But there's only one way of getting it, and that way is by actually making it to the end of the 3rd disc within 12 hours. You literally have to speedrun this game to get it. Now, why am I okay with that and not okay with the Final Fantasy 12 one? And I think it's because the Final Fantasy 12... Okay. I have never gotten the Excalibur 2, and I probably never will, because I don't think I am good enough to speedrun this game to the point where I can make it 3/4 into the game within 12 hours. I don't think I'm that good. Spoilers, you've been watching this Let's Play for more than 12 hours. Spoilers. It's just, you know, it's not my style. The Final Fantasy 12 thing, though, it bothers me because everyone can miss that. And everyone pretty much missed it, unless you had, like, the official guide. And that kind of bothers me because, like, there's no indication, there's nothing. Even when things like Bloodborne that has, like, a secret ending that you have to use 3 items, there is still lore, and it makes sense for you to use those 3 items to get the secret ending. It makes sense. Just, the Final Fantasy 12 thing bothers me. Oh, okay, this is the path that takes us out.
There's 2 left of me. Are you going to give up?
Not yet. Screw you. I don't give up.
Never give up.
I can't get back up here once I jump off, but I can get to the treasure chest. Jump off. Jump, jump, jump. Do a backflip. Now, I believe they have to walk out once. Walk, and then walk back out. Walk. Ah, my God. Why must you break my heart? Okay, because I recall that when we were up here, Ramu appears. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna loop around, turn around, Bright Eyes. Every now and then I fall apart, and I miss you. No, and I need you tonight. I need you more than ever. And if you ever hold me tight, we will both fall in love. I don't know. It's a total eclipse of the heart. I don't know. I purposefully... No, don't get me wrong. I don't fail at that song. I just purposefully said it wrong. Damn it! I purposefully said it wrong. So, I would not get flagged by YouTube. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I don't know what it is. How do I get there? Okay, if I do this, he's not there anymore. Okay, this is the only... Okay, this is the only way there. Okay. I'm sorry. We're mildly experimenting because the guide was not very clear on how to get all the Ramus. I mean, but I mean, I know that I talk smack as though I'm picking up a fight. There are things I did not like about... Now let's try Fyra. But Final Fantasy 12. And I didn't finish it. I want to. I may even do it on the channel, or I may just do it on my free time. It will be kind of interesting because it's a PS2 game, and and it hasn't been brought over to like PSN. Not like it would make it easier to record. I would have to actually get like a capture card, which I'm in the plans for anyway. Like it's part of the plan, you know, to get a capture card eventually. But no, yeah, it's a really fun game, really cool. I was wondering, like, are there any other complaints I have about it? Not really. Like, I like the open sandboxy nature of it, kind of. Because I mean, if you have heard my complaint about, like, people complain about me complaining about people complaining. That's the best sort of commentary I can give you. People complain about Final Fantasy 13 being incredibly linear. And I actually kind of, I don't disagree with the statement. It is a definition of linear. What I disagree with is actually people's, oh, there you are. Thank you, Ramu.
On their way home, they fell into a trap set by a traitor. Joseph gave his life to save the troop. The troop left without telling Joseph's daughter, Nellie, about the tragedy. That's silence. You have one to go.
Where's the last one? Let me just check real quick. Where is, where's the last one? Human, beginning, silence. Which one am I missing? That's... Run back to where you crashed and get hero. Oh! Whoops. It's... Oh, I love it when the game does a thing where you have to go back to the beginning. I get it now. Funny. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, but people are like, Final Fantasy 13 is too linear, and I'm like, did you play Final Fantasy 10? Final Fantasy 10's map is literally a straight line. Like, it's literally a straight line, and that's what the game is. And nobody ever complained about that, and it felt kind of like, they felt out of place for people to be like, Final Fantasy 13 is too linear, and I'm like, dude, like, the reason why people can't speedrun Final Fantasy 10 is because it is literally a straight line, and you can't do any, like, skips.
Historian's explanation. Although Joseph's death was not reported to his daughter, the manner of his death speaks for itself. This is the story of a true hero. That's hero, the last piece.
So, I'll stop. I actually liked Final Fantasy 13. I would love to play it on the channel as well. Really fun game. Really, how can I say this? And I think I've done this explanation like 3 times already, even in this Let's Play. Final Fantasy 13 has a really good story because it actually has literary plot devices like foreshadowing through the game's mechanics, which is freaking wild. It's as wild. There's a little hint of a character's past through their mechanics, the same way that Garnet starts with the ability to summon, but she can't actually summon. It's really, really freaking interesting. That, and of course Lightning is like best waifu, and everybody loves Lightning. She's freaking amazing. I love Lightning so much. I actually have a little like character dongle of her, and I have to use Blizzard on this guy before we die. Electrode! Dude, nobody likes Electrode. Electrode is it's a garbage Pokemon, am I right? Just watch, there's one person who actually likes Electrode. I have nothing against Electrode or Voltorb. They are very Plaguesworth Pokemon, if you know what I mean. Plaguesworth, of course, being my totally hilarious and silly artist, who is known for always going for the suicide mechanics. Kind of like, you know, like it's kind of like, you know, like, I mean, I love Plaguesworth and he's a competitive guy, but he would rather entertain than win. And if he can do the thing where it's like, you know, I don't win, you don't win, we just draw, then it's even funnier for him. That's Plaguesworth in a nutshell.
Old Man Stitches. You found all 5 of them. So let's hear the story. However, the story comprises 4 parts. One of them doesn't belong. Be sure to only choose 4.
Okay, so as it was explained here, this story is made of 4 pieces, but we have 5. And basically what this means is that there's 2 endings, and there's no alteration, the plot doesn't change. It just basically reflects your views if you want to look at it that way. And of course, beginning should be the first one. Once upon a time, 33 small countries wanted to fight a war, and they sought the help of Joseph Joestar. Yes. After this... Yeah, should be cool. You know, so they go to the Ice Cave, they defeat the Adamantoids, they get the Goddess Bell, and they go over to the Empire's castle. Cooperation. Now, on their way home, they fell into traps set by a traitor. Joseph Joestar gave his life to save the troop and to defeat Dio, and, you know, they left without telling Joseph's daughter and Ellie about the tragedy. And finally, we had to decide the ending. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. If somebody helps you achieve victory, and they die, and you tell no one about this. That's kind of crappy. It is the definition of crappy, because it's like, oh wow, I sure hope that Nelly never wonder where the flux her father went for the entirety. I was gonna say, was it no drag? Yeah, I was gonna start insulting and swearing in Shadowrun terms. Man, cut that drag. Anyways, no.
The fact that they didn't report Joseph's death to his daughter was indicative of their guilt for failing to protect him. In the end, heroes are also human.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Are you satisfied with your choice?
Yes, I am.
Let me ask you one thing. Are you still looking for a drummer? How come you chose human for the conclusion?
Oh, I want to see what Dagger has to say. People pass down stories of other people to whom they feel an affinity. The people in the story had flaws, as we all do. That is why they became heroes in the people's minds.
I want to know what you think, in your own words.
Me? Didn't I just do that? I am away from my country, but I haven't forgotten about my people.
Your soul is very tense right now. We should all snuggle. Maybe you'll begin to relax once I become your Eidolon.
Thank you.
There are many paths. Remember that you alone choose the path on which you walk. Life advice from Ramu.
Peridot, you got the thing! Ah, perfect. Maybe now. Let's go to Lindblom. Oh, crap. I just remember what's gonna happen next.
Hey, old man, you're gone already? What's wrong?
I wanted to ask him why he made Dagger play such a silly game.
Heroic? Human? Those are just things people say after the fact.
That's fragging legit.
Why try to give meaning to what the main character of the story chose? I think the old man would have become her Eidolon either way. That's the impression I got.
Sidon, Vivi, let's go! You dongles.
You are exactly right. That's not what the people say afterward. What's important is being true to oneself. She may not have realized it,
I can hear you.
but when she wished to learn to use summon magic, the summon power returned to her.
Guys, I'm walking away, you guys. I can still hear all of you still talking. Move.
Summon magic can be used for good or evil. She is still young, but there is room for growth. So I choose her as my master. I'll be watching over her. I hope you two will also protect her.
Meanwhile, Garnet is like down the hill, like 3 miles away. All these three are still talking.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Look, it's Lindblom Castle. I don't think those are clouds. I don't think we can turn back once we jump off. What do you want to do? Jump off now. We didn't miss anything. We got all the items from that area, and we're about to Sidon. I want to use summon magic to protect everyone.
I know you can do it, Dagger. Sidon? Look! Is that the red rose?
Bonus points if you remember when I left Lindblom and I was like, isn't something awful supposed to happen? I was getting a little ahead of myself. Oh man.
Yes, kill them all.
Wait, nastier voice.
Yeah, I am clean, Gran.
Oh my god. Look at all these jobbers. Oh crap. Your infantry is better than my infantry. Dude. Okay, like, we're gonna get... They're actually wearing armor. Holy crap. I mean, it's only like knee pants, but still. Oh, I look that they're all like kind of like chubby. I kind of like them. They're cute. Max said, as overlooking the entire destruction of a entire city of people, thousands upon thousands of children and any other sort of defenseless people. Ah, so happy. Ah, perfect.
Those lights must be teleports. They're sending black mages directly into the castle. In Clara, they used summon magic afterwards.
No, Mother! Mother!
Dagger!
Sided? Poor Vivi. He's a total klutz. Oh yeah, another cutscene, yeah. This is actually pretty... Oh, is it Atomos? Atomos is like the most Elder God looking out of all of the summons. Atomos ability... my... We're done with today's episode, but let's just finish watching this cutscene and then we'll move on. See, Atomos is so freaking creepy because they only appear in every, like, a few Final Fantasies. And they're literally just a giant mouth. They're pretty much an Elder God for all intents and purposes. And Atomos is not that strong. They are not that strong. They look hella cool. They're not that strong. They do like a percentage-based damage. I think they do. Like, it's kind of like Demi. If you're familiar with that spell from the Final Fantasy games. Wow. What is going to happen next? How will this affect our plan and our mission and, our ideals of going out and actually helping the people of Lindblom? There's only one way to find out on the next episode of Max Plays Final Fantasy IX. I want to thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the socially related things, and I'll be seeing you relatively soon. Mwah!